Developing a victor's mentality. Jimmy Carter was a presidential aspirant in 1976. He was an unknown southern governor, a peanut farmer, and he was up against a field full of high profile Democrats. And he was just a peanut farmer from Georgia. But he bet that crowded field of high profile Democrats and went ahead also to beat the Republicans and become the president in 1976. That is a victor's mentality. Bill Clinton was also a little bit known and Kansas governor from a small town, a dot called Hope. And he was vying for the president of the US in 1992, and he was up against George H.W. Bush, the incumbent president, who had just served one term and had also won some good wars. So his ratings were very high. But because of the victor's mentality, Bill Clinton became a president in 1992, even when he was under a lot of media exposure by a lady called Jennifer Flowers, who was claiming infidelity. Victor's mentality. What are some of the things that you can do in your life to develop a victor's mentality, even when you are up against odds? One of them is to stay positive. A positive attitude is essential to maintaining a winner's mentality. When things get tough, try to stay optimistic and look for the silver lining in each and every challenge that you are going through. Another way of developing the victor's mentality is don't let setbacks hold you back. Everyone experiences setbacks at some point. But it is important to bounce back and not let them discourage you. Look at the failures as learning opportunities and keep moving forward. Of course, even when Bill Clinton was in office, there was issues of infidelity. I'm not advocating for infidelity. I don't come from that school of thought. But those were things that were pulling him down. And yet he kept moving forward. He may not be the very best example, but a little known Arkansas governor vying for the first time, just having belief against the Bush family. In fact, Jimmy Carter was also vying against Ted Kennedy of the Kennedy family, and nobody thought he would be able to overcome that. So take your setbacks as learning opportunities. Number 3 strategy is surround yourself with positive influences. We are told we are the 5 people we hang around with. The people you spend your time with can have a very big impact on your mindset. Surround yourself with supportive, positive individuals who fuel, who give you some oxygen and make you believe in your potential. Another strategy is practice mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused and motivated in the face of challenges and setbacks. You can cultivate mental toughness through practices like prayerfulness, meditation, visualization, positive self-talk, but practice deliberately mental toughness. Also, remember, if this is your first time on this particular channel, as we always say, to build this community, just hit the subscription button so that you can become part of this community and we can keep growing each other. as we move on in business, we move on in life, and we move on nurturing families. Another tip to be able to develop a victor's mindset is keep your environment tidy, especially your working places. You guys who are working, keep your environment. When you have a workplace that is clutter free, it enhances your productivity. It keeps you focused on the goal, and it keeps your personal space clean. You are able to feel you are on top of things. Be objective, my friend. Be objective. While working towards what you want to achieve, be realistic about the circumstances that you require to achieve your goals. Determine the methods that work for you. Consider even probably the skills that you require to upgrade, but be objective. Be objective, be optimistic. Last tip, embrace change. Change is constant. Some sectors that we are in, there's no sector today that is not being affected by change. There is a trait of winners and successful professionals who are able to embrace change and move on very quick. Acquaint yourself very quickly with the latest practices and techniques. Any software changes that are coming into your space, acquaint yourself. Bonus point of how to develop a victor mentality. Create alternative plan. Have a plan B. Decide whether to improve on what is the existing plan, or when you find nothing is working, have a plan B. Remember, it is always a pleasure to have you around, and hit that particular subscription button so that we keep talking. God bless.